Love, light, and blessings. Welcome to today's live. I'm just waiting for a few more people to come. And I want to do a prayer vigil. Hopefully, you're doing well today. I'm just going to wait a few more minutes to see if a couple of more people will hop on the live. And then I will start the live. Love, light, and blessings. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hopefully, you're doing well. I took a mental health day today, so I'll be back to work tomorrow, but I had to take a mental health day. I had a lot of doctor's appointments and personal things to do today, and so I didn't work today. Other than spiritual ritual work, but not like readings today. I'm gonna wait a few more minutes and then I'll start why I'm on the live today and why we went live. FYI, I have no control over the process of my lives. Like I'll go live and then for some reason my lives are taking very long to show up, if they show up at all. So I can't guarantee that this live will appear after I log off. So I don't know if that's going to be a thing, because the last live that I did is still processing. So I've noticed that pattern lately. Hey Lexi, love, light, and blessings, honey. How are you? I'm just waiting like a few more minutes to see if anybody else pops in, and then I'm gonna pretty much tell you why I went live. Hello, Kiki. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Love, light, and blessings. All right, guys. So I wanted to go live today because I said I was going to. So that's number one. Hi, Niche GNA. Welcome, welcome. And I wanted to kind of follow up with yesterday's live, which for some reason my live, they don't show up anymore. So they disappear for 24 hours. It is what it is, right? Well, I wanted to do a community prayer ritual, and I wanted to do it because of certain events that happened with the unaliving. Hello, Shaman O line. Peace and blessings to you as well. So I wanted to do a prayer. Miss Lotus Wisdom, hello, my love. How are you? Thank you, my love. So I wanted to do a prayer vigil for the life that was lost yesterday. But I also wanted to mention, and this is not me trying to, hi, Carmen. I'm not trying to like instigate or race bait or anything like that. But, there have been numerous people that have passed away because of the aggression of the ICE agents. They're not real police officers. A lot of them are not trained. A lot of them are vigilantes. Some of these ICE agents were former January 6 riders. Some of them are IDF. So, it's a lot. And some of them have supremacy complexes, right? So just a very interesting people that are working for the ICE agency. And so Renee Good was on a live yesterday. She was unarmed. She was an observer. She was a social activist, pretty much just trying to educate people on the activities of ICE. You have our media that is spinning a lot of false information, making it seem like she was aggressive and that she provoked her unaliving, which if you look at the video, is not true. They have multiple witnesses accounts outside of regular corporate media. Um, and they showed that she was not violent. She did not run anybody over. We have a leader that lied, literally lied, and said like, "Oh, that she ran the person over. Hopefully, they make it." There was no injury to the person who unalived her. She was a mother. She was a widow. She had a spouse that was in the military, and he passed away. And she was also a wife. She was in a woman loving woman relationship. Her spouse, her wife, watched the unaliving of the person she loves. She left behind, I believe the child is between the ages of 4 to 6. There's different reporting on the age. So now this child is an orphan. But she is not the only person that has passed away. There have been 32 people that have passed away. As a matter of fact, there was an African American gentleman that had passed away on New Year's Eve. And again, 32 other people in custody. These people that passed away prior to her were Black and brown people, Latinos, Black people, people of color. They did not get the same, media coverage as her. There's also 32,000 missing children. Okay, so these are minor children that are unaccounted for during this administration that has not even been around for a year. So there's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of missing people. The same day that she was unalive, these same people went into a high school and started to tear gas, physical violence, and detain teachers and minor students in the same city. 2 people got shot after this as well. They were protesting the unaliving of Renee Good. So there's a lot of stuff going on at this time. And so I just feel like I wanted to host space for that. I know there's a lot of people, people that look like me, particularly people of any type of anybody whose parents migrated to this country, like my family, for a quote unquote better life. Or have children that look a certain way. I'm not exactly American passing, right? And we're living in times where even if you were born here, I'm on live right now, honey. It's okay. They could literally be unalived at any moment. It's my daughter just trying to see if I'm okay. I told her I was live. Um, so we're living in really hard times, guys, and unprecedented times. We have an administration that is lying about events that are happening. And I just wanted to hold space because I know I have a lot of clients that are immigrants, or children of immigrants. So I know that a lot of you guys are scared um, of what's going on. I mean, they're literally going into Walmarts or swearing in of people taking their final pledge oath. Um, People that are legally married and going to bring their spouse so they could fix their status. They're showing up in hospitals. They're showing up in schools, football games, church events, Home Depot, just a lot of places. I've heard about 4 different stories today alone from Latino people in my community of children as young as 13 years old getting followed after school, being asked questions by masked people. One gentleman, his status isn't exactly legal, so he's living in fear and sent his children off to relatives because they were born here, but he's afraid that because of his status, and if they take him away, where will his children go? Because sometimes they are taking the adults and leaving the children behind with no adult supervision. Renee Good was intentional because she had been advocating for what ICE has been doing, what the administration has been doing to immigrants, and in some cases Americans that just don't look American enough, apparently. And they knew who she was when they did that. So this was targeted because she's an activist. And one thing that supremacists hate more than us is anybody who isn't a marginalized person or who isn't a person of color who's our ally. I'm sorry, I'm usually more like not emotional online, so I apologize. You guys have no idea like what I have to listen to on a daily basis. I'm working with families that are trying to get their families out of ICE detention camps. So I get to hear like firsthand testimony of what's really going on that the news is not telling you guys about. Um, I've heard stories of parents contacting me sleepless nights because I'm trying to use my spiritual gifts to help locate their children who never came back from after school. So we're talking about high school kids. Yes, I've helped them find their children, but it's the point. Um, so I just want to do a prayer to the spirits. I'm a little bit too emotional to just be on this live today. So I apologize. I'm usually not crying on live. I didn't know I was gonna get this emotional. Okay, so in the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. I have candles lit in the background. Divine Creator, we come before you as a spiritual community, and we ask the ancestors who have always been with us and with our ancestors. I call upon Agwe, who is the Loa, who has helped so many immigrant people come to leave their homeland of Haiti and go to different parts of the world for a better life. It is said that he travels with them and he guards them and guides them through travel. I call upon Yemaya, the Orisha, who has said that when our ancestors were brought illegally into so many different parts of the diaspora, when they lost their lives in the Middle Passage, it was said that she extended her hands and collected the souls of all her children and provided them comfort and helped them pass into the afterlife. I ask that these same ancestors that helped our ancestors through tumultuous times when we were seen less than human. I pray that with that same love and that same divinity, they could protect us today and help each and every one of our immigrant brothers and sisters, people of color and indigenous people that are being attacked through this administration. I pray that you could give them comfort. Yamaya, you're also an ally of the LGBTQIA plus community because you are also a woman who loves both men and women and have lovers that are both men and women. I ask that you protect us, anyone from the LGBTQIA plus community, from the oppression and the laws they're trying to make against trans people and gay people. And I pray that you can help each and every one of our children, protect them when they go to school. I pray that you can help us have the strength to march and fight. If we see someone getting beat up or hurt by ICE agents, help us to have the spirit of Danto and the spirit of Ogun, the same spirits that helped us through the slave revolts and the Haitian Revolution. I pray for the indigenous ancestors, the Taino Arawaks ancestors, the Mayans and the Aztecs. I pray that Santísima Muerte could put her spirit upon each and every one of her children and help us fight in the same way that the indigenous ancestors fought as well, in the same way that the Tainos and the Arawaks fought their oppressors. I pray that you could put a spirit of fight. I pray that you could no longer let us live in fear, but help us to stand up and ignite a fire Help us to be a community. Help us to pray together and stand together. And when we see that someone is being hurt, that we can stand with them and fight for them instead of being watching people being unalived and bodies being beaten, that we could stand up for our brothers and sisters. If we see something, we say something. Help the people have enough and go to the streets, because we have the power to overthrow those that are oppressing us. Help us to fight and live another day. Help us to have the food that we need, the finances that we need, a roof over our heads. Ancestors, we need you now more than ever to give us light in these dark times. Help us to stand together as a community. Provide comfort to that family and each and every one of the families that have family members in ICE detention camps. Protect each and every one of the immigrant communities that are watching right now as they go about their every single day. Provide protection, provide guidance, and help them. End this regime and end this oppression. Help our enemies see the humanity in each and every one of us. Be with us and guide us and comfort us. Oh, divine creator, you know our hearts. Help us this time in this dark times. Help to protect us from police brutality and for the brutality of the ICE agents and for this hate that people have just because we look different. Help them to see that we are human beings and help us to fight. Help us to never go back into the darkness. And help to place a leader in this world that will bring unity instead of division and hate. We thank you, spirits, for this day and for every blessing you have placed upon us. And we ask that you continue to bless us. And we thank you. Amen. Okay. All right, guys. Well, I think that's all mentally that I have for you guys today. Hopefully they won't remove this video. I try not to make any type of political title on it. So hopefully whoever didn't get to be part of the prayer, they could watch it back. But I send all of you love and light and blessings. And I plead with you not to give up and to keep on fighting and to continue to be the light in this world. I truly believe that love will always triumph over hate. And I believe that our ancestors will give us the victory. But I am also a human being, and I am also the proud daughter of a woman who came to this country to give me a better life. A woman who worked jobs that nobody wanted, My mother was a nanny and a housekeeper and a factory worker and put herself through college. She's earned every single thing that she's ever had. And she put a spirit of pride and hard work and determination. We came from nothing. And she raised 4 children on her own. I am the proud daughter of a migrant. I'm a proud daughter of someone who was not born here. I stand with the immigrant community. I stand with the Pride community. I stand with the Black community. I stand for any sovereign nation that wants to fight for their freedom. Free Palestine, free Puerto Rico, free Congo. Stop the bombings in Nigeria. And free Venezuela. Love, light, and blessings, and thank you. I love you guys.